Your devoir. So, beginning this week, you're going to have your current event or cultural competency. They are due every single Friday, or whatever the last day of the week is. And always assume that you have to do one unless I have specifically told you we are skipping that week. You only have to choose one. Okay, don't do both of them. Pick whichever one you want to do that week. You can either do a current event, where you're going to look up a current event from a French-speaking country. Yes, it must be a French-speaking country. No, I don't care which country it is. Pick one, look up what's happening, tell me about it. You do not have to print off the article. You don't have to include a link or anything like that. If you write a good enough summary, I should be able to look it up really easily myself if I feel like I want to double check something. But please tell me where it happened and when it happened at bare minimum, along with what actually happened. As far as the term current event, let's just say like within the last couple of weeks. It doesn't have to be like, oh, it happened exactly yesterday, but it shouldn't have been something that happened in like 1990 either. If that doesn't sound very interesting to you, you can choose to do a cultural competency. So you can either choose to research your own, or you can choose a reading from the cultural competency box, which is on the counter over by the windows. It is completely up to you. It does not matter to me. Either way, you're going to read about any aspect of French culture that you find interesting and simply tell me about it. So what's going on with this culture thing that you find fascinating? Please be aware that if you choose to do a cultural competency, you are not allowed to do the same cultural competency week to week to week to week to week. You can do very closely related ones. You can look at different parts of a specific aspect of French culture. So, for example, say you're really interested in cafe culture. We can break that down into several different parts, and you can do a part per week. However, I really don't need to read your summary about baguettes every single week in and out. And frankly, that's not helping you learn anything. No matter which one you decide to do, the minimum is 50 words every single week. So 50 words is actually really, really short. If you decide to type it and do like a word count check, you'll be surprised at how little 50 words actually is. You can always choose to handwrite it if you want. Really and truly, you should be able to count to 50. Give me a couple of sentences and I'm probably not going to worry about it too incredibly much. Yes, you may do it in English. Yes, you really could do it in French if you felt like it, but it's certainly not a requirement. You also have your daily devoir. So this is going to be on paper, at least for the time being. It is up to 5 questions, okay, and that's every single day. You will have one of these every single day between now and next summer. Okay, so you've got a daily devoir every single day all the way until the semester 2 final is really and truly the day that I'm talking about. Okay, so your daily devoir, make sure that you pick one up before you leave, and it is in fact due tomorrow. We will collect it, we will check it, and that will be your very first French 2 grade. We are also going to have an avoir speed test on Wednesday. So this isn't technically devoir, but it's kind of a heads up, really, more of an announcement. Anyway, for those of you who are new to French 2 class, an avoir speed test, you'll have 4 minutes to conjugate avoir as many times as possible. So when you come in on Wednesday, we'll do our bell work, we'll check our Tuesday devoir, and then we'll do an avoir speed test. So you'll get a piece of paper that's face down initially on your desk. On the other side is a chart where I have given you all sorts of mixed up orders of the English conjugations of avoir. So one box might say I have, another box might say we have, another box might say he has, etc., etc., etc. There are 60 boxes total. You'll have 4 minutes to complete as many of them correctly as you can. Our initial goal, we're going to start at hoping that you can conjugate at least 15 of those or more in 4 minutes. Those of you who manage to hit at least 15 correct on Wednesday when we take this Devoirs speed test will earn a piece of candy, as well as the top 3 in class. So whoever has the most out of the entire class. If that's both of you, which hopefully our top 3 all managed to hit at least 15, since this is especially a review unit, then of course you would win doubly. So you would get 2 pieces of candy. Yay! So we will repeat these periodically throughout the unit. The goal will increase every single time as you have more time to study and practice. But we're going to start off at 15 on Wednesday.